Hi, I'm on day 355 in Japan. So today I want to make my Japan-related tips. First of all, for the people traveling in Japan. Now I don't know the whole of the country very well, so I'm going to stick to making recommendations for day trips from Tokyo. So first of all, if you want to see shrines and temples, I recommend going to Kamakura. The city has many shrines and temples that I think are more interesting than a lot of them in Kyoto. If you want history, I recommend going to Shimoda, which is a port town where the black ships first landed. If you want nature, I recommend going to Jogaski, a beautiful town with these black cliffs with crashing white waves. The best overall trip is probably going to Hakone, which has numerous tourist attractions, but the best part is the bubbling sulfuric waters and the views of Mount Fuji. Fun fact. If you can see Mount Fuji and you have a camera, you must take a picture. Next, I know most of my viewers probably won't be going to Japan anytime soon, so I want to talk about things like movies. Comedies. I recommend the Uchoten Hotel. This is a fairly funny movie, and I think it's also very distinctly Japanese, so I recommend it. Action. I recommend Azumi, a story of a girl assassin. Extremely realistic. If you're an anime fan, you probably already know what kind of movies you like. Books. For fiction, I recommend anything by Haruki Murakami, but particularly The Hard-Boiled Wonderland and The End of the World, which is a very trippy novel. Non-fiction. I recommend Alex Kerr's Dogs and Demons. I'm particularly fond of this author after he gave me a lengthy response to a letter that I sent him. Music. I've told my students my musical tastes and asked them for recommendations, and I don't know, maybe rock and roll just doesn't translate very well into Japanese. The one singer I found that I was sort of fond of is actually pop singer Udeta Hiroku, and I'm sorry if I'm messing up her name, but I've used her music in some of my previous videos. Food. For Japanese food, I pretty much just say take your favorite fish and then don't cook it as a Japanese dish for you. Though one snack I wanted to recommend was F-cup cookies, out of sight. Beer. The favorite big name beer is probably Sapporo beer. If you're a real beer connoisseur, I recommend tracking down something by the Bard Brewery of Numazu. If you're interested in learning Japanese, I included some websites in this video's information that I recommend. Though if you're really serious, you should come to Japan. There's some videos on YouTube about learning Japanese. Most of them are not very good. So, until next time, I am Fausta Fuji.